Camelot. I used to staring down the Camelot.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst into the locker room. It's set to do battle with the New England Patriots. Short kick, one of the up middle take it down. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Now Jones. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's got some space here. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. On play action, Cousins rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Cousins will try and throw. Flushed out right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
But he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A first down throw for Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 40-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Following the interception, Cousins flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Cousins to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 16, Patriots nothing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
First down, Patriots.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on first down, Jones. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And all the way up to the 49. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen, 47 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
On first and 10, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Cousins now. He'll dump this off to Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Fourth down, Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Cousins will try and throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he'll throw here to his running back. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing Jones. And now here's another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs react, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Jones escapes the sack. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't.
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play fake. Cousins rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Cousins, able to get away. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal at the Patriots 18.
Now Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Off the play fake, Cousins escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And complete right side to Cook. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Throwing is Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point,
oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing here, Cousins. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And now here's another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. How are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. Be the king, I'm in love with